A referee points to the penalty spot. The stadium goes silent. But here's the crazy part. The ref isn't watching the ball at all. He's watching something completely different. And once you know what it is, you'll never watch a penalty the same way again. Today, we're breaking down exactly what referees look at during a penalty kick, the tiny details that decide goals, saves, and controversy. Stick around because rule number 3 surprises almost everyone. Let's start simple. A penalty kick happens when a player breaks a rule inside a small box near the goal, called the penalty area. Think of it like a danger zone. Foul someone in there and the other team gets a free shot from 12 yards out with only the goalkeeper standing in the way. Sounds simple, right? One shooter, one goalkeeper, one shot. But referees have a checklist running in their head the entire time, and most fans have no idea it even exists. First thing they watch, the goalkeeper's feet. Here's the rule. The goalkeeper must have at least part of one foot touching the goal line the moment the ball is kicked. Not before, not after. Exactly then. Why does this matter? Because goalkeepers try to cheat forward just a few inches. It gives them a split-second advantage to reach the ball. A few inches doesn't sound like much, but in a sport where games are decided by centimeters, it's everything. In the 2022 World Cup, referees started using goal line technology just to track goalkeeper movement on penalties. That's how seriously this tiny detail is taken. Second thing referees watch, the shooter's run-up. This is where it gets interesting. Players aren't allowed to stop completely during their approach just to trick the goalkeeper into diving early. It's called unsporting deception, and yes, that's a real rule. Basically, football said, you can be clever, but not too clever. If a shooter fully stops before kicking, the referee can cancel the goal even if it goes in. Imagine scoring the winning goal and having it taken away because you paused for half a second. Brutal. Third thing, and this one blows people's minds, referees are also watching the players standing outside the box. Random fact, at least 10 players are usually crowded just outside the penalty area during a shootout, waiting to see what happens. If any of them steps into the box before the ball is kicked, that's a violation too. Why? Because if the ball rebounds off the goalkeeper, those players could gain an unfair advantage by being closer than they should be. Most casual fans focus on the shooter. Referees are quietly scanning 10 other people at the same time. Fourth, the ball itself. Believe it or not, referees check that the ball is properly placed on the spot, that it isn't moving, and that play hasn't restarted before they blow the whistle. Sounds tiny, but skip this step and the whole penalty can be replayed. This actually happened in a Women's World Cup match, where a penalty was retaken because the goalkeeper moved off her line too early. One tiny infraction, entire outcome flipped. Now here's the part almost nobody talks about. Referees aren't just enforcing rules, they're managing pressure. Penalty kicks are one of the most stressful moments in sports. Studies on penalty psychology show shooters often make decisions in under 0.3 seconds. That's faster than you can blink. So referees are trained to stay perfectly still, emotionally neutral, almost robotic, because any reaction, any hesitation can influence the players around them. It's wild to think about. A moment that feels chaotic to fans is actually one of the most controlled situations in football. So let's recap. Referees watch the goalkeeper's feet for early movement. They watch the shooter's run up for deception. They monitor players outside the box for early entry. And they double-check the ball itself before allowing the kick. All of this happens in just a few seconds, faster than most fans even process what they're seeing. Next time you watch a penalty, don't just watch the shooter, watch the referee's eyes. You'll realize they're tracking an entire chessboard, not just one move. If this changed the way you'll watch football forever, hit subscribe because we're breaking down more hidden rules like this every single week.